Yeah, and I actually think his strategy of transparency, of the fact that when he doesn't have a specific policy pre-planned, the fact that he says, I'm consulting with experts and I will get the information back to you, I think that lends him credibility rather than making him appear to be inexperienced. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to being a president or a U.S. senator, when you're running a campaign, you're not the guy that really knows all of these things. You have policy experts in foreign policy, economics, healthcare, whatever the sole issues in which you're interested in. You learn from those folks and you develop your positions from there. That's what being a leader is. You have different people at the table with the policy expertise that can help guide your decisions. So he's doing the right thing by being honest with the American people. He doesn't know it all, but he's learning and he's willing to learn, which is an important factor in being a leader, especially a leader of the free world.
Right. I also think it shows that if he were in office and an issue came up, whether it was something related to national security, whether it was an economic issue, whether it was a natural disaster, it shows that he'd be able to think on his feet, that he wouldn't be overwhelmed by something that he didn't know about, that he has the capacity to learn that which he does not know. And that's a valuable skill that a lot of politicians, I think, do not have.
True enough. Very true.
Now, these days, there really aren't too many things policy-wise that I disagree with Trump on. I mean, last week he said Obama is a threat to our country because he won't say the words Islamic terrorism. I don't disagree with that. What are your thoughts?
I think that President Obama, and I'm very disappointed in his response over the Paris incident and the fact that he wants to bring Syrian refugees to this country. I think at the end of the day, a lot of folks, a lot of Americans feel that it is a threat to their safety. And this is something that the administration should be taken seriously, and they are not. It is imperative that our leader reassures us that we will be safe. It is imperative that our leader shows us in the time where Americans all over are in fear because they were around during September 11, 2001. It's imperative for our leader to say, hey, let me reassure you that these things won't happen, and these are the measures in which we're taking to ensure your safety. He isn't doing that. Therefore, he's being a threat to the United States of America. So I agree with Donald Trump on that point.
And what do you think it will take for Obama to listen to a majority of Americans who think that his actions are putting us in greater danger?
You know what? This is a very interesting topic, and I talked about it twice on 2 other shows today. President Obama seemingly will only get it if there are American lives lost on the United States of America soil. I hope that really isn't the case, but he seemed like he does not get it. Radical Islam is a real thing. He needs to be able to say that. He has to be fair, open, and honest with the American people. He said that ISIS was contained. He said that they were the JV team, junior varsity team. And hours later, we saw that that wasn't true. Therefore, you must really reassure the people of the United States that you have things under control. And right now, he is not being reassuring. He's disappointing us in a very big way. It's very disappointing.
Right, it's very disappointing, and it's also scary in the sense that we know that there is a threat. We know that there is direct threats being made to our safety by these radical Islamic terrorists, yet our president is doing nothing, seems like nothing to lead to keep us safe, which is his duty as the commander-in-chief. Trump, on the other hand, said that he wanted to bomb the heck out of ISIS. Do you think that's a smart strategy for him to take?
Right. And you know what, going back, pivoting to the president for a brief second, the Democrats are even saying, hey, you need to step up. Putin said something that I thought was really interesting. He said that to get forgiveness, that's up to God. But it's up to me to send the terrorists to God. I mean, when is he going to talk tough on this issue? When is he going to be tough on this issue? No one knows. This is not the president this isn't a president that's leading. He's leading from behind. He is not doing his job. But Donald Trump definitely is an individual who's been talking tough on ISIS. And I think that bombing the oil field would definitely reduce their strength and power. ISIS has about $2 to $4 billion a year that they receive from oil. They have a very profitable hostage-taking business. They rob banks. they're doing really well. Not only that, they got 20 to 30,000 fighters that they pay. So, yeah, we need to do something about this, and we need to do something about this today.
Right, and this lack of leadership from Obama is certainly an opportunity for Republicans and Democrats alike, those who are running for the 2016 presidency, to step up and show the American people the leadership that they would take. Because like you said, we all feel the lack of leadership. The world feels the lack of leadership. Yeah. Obama's neglecting to take the lead in this. That gives the opportunity to people like Trump, who are very clear-cut in what they would do about this problem, the opportunity to communicate and really connect with the voters.